Hi guys and welcome back to the kingdom. I hope you've all had positive and productive weeks this week. So before we get started, I thought I tried something new with my hair and honestly kind of like it. It's supposed to be like a back crown for when you put your hair up, but I thought, you know what, why not just try putting it across my head like a tiara? Why not? I feel like doing it, so I thought I'd try it. Let me know what you think. Do I look stupid? Do I look nice? Honestly, kind of can't decide, but I quite like it. Anywho, today we are talking about romantic relationships. Last week we talked about dangerous behaviour that I think is extremely damaging when portrayed in the media. This week it is not so serious. We're just talking about things that irritate the heck out of me. Because who doesn't love a good whine and moan every now and again? So let's do this. Now don't get me wrong, I love love. I love seeing good relationships portrayed in novels because I think, you know, as I've said before, life emulates art, and if there's more love in art, then there's more love in life, and that can't be a bad thing. But as we all know, I consume a fair amount of fiction, not just books, but TV and movies and, you know, fun blogs and Wattpad stories and all of those kinds of things. And no matter the genre, no matter the target audience, there are some things that come up time and time again, and they annoy the heck out of me. First off, quick disclaimer, I know nothing about erotica novels, and that isn't because I look down on them or anything. Quite the opposite. I think they are incredibly skillful to write. They're just not the kind of thing that I enjoy reading. I only really read them when I'm asked to edit them, and again, then I'm really just doing sort of a basic grammar check, and that is because I don't have much experience in reading that kind of fiction, so as such my opinion probably not as valuable as someone else's. So just so you know, I'm going into that video without that genre in my mind. So firstly, the number one trope that really annoys the heck out of me is love triangles. If in your blurb for your book, I can see that this story is going to contain a love triangle, I'm going to put it down and I'm not going to buy your book. Why? I think love triangles are the most stupid thing ever. Now don't get me wrong, I do believe you can be in love with two people at the same time. I'm sure that it happens a lot, I'm sure that it happens more regularly than people care to admit. Personally, never happened to me, but I can imagine it happening to others. I can get that if it's for different reasons, or you love them equally, or you're just not sure, all of those different things. I'm not judging, I'm sure they really do happen. But the reason I don't like seeing love triangles in fiction is because at most times there's one person that's got to decide between two. So often it's a girl, a plain girl that's honestly not all that interesting or kind of mean, has to decide between two impossibly hunky, adorable, amazing men. And she strings them along all the time while she can't decide. And honestly, that's the bit about the love triangle that I really can't stand. If you really love two people equally and you really can't choose between them both, choose neither. Stringing them along is not okay. In my personal opinion, if it really is equal, like absolutely without a doubt equal, you love both of them, then you shouldn't really pick either because you don't love one of them more than the other, which means there's probably a greater love for you out there somewhere, so don't rush. Again, that's just my personal opinion, and I know some people will pick one, some people will pick both. I probably should have put this earlier, but in this video I am talking about monogamous relationships, so polyamorous stuff, again, is not something I know much about. I'm very happily committed in a monogamous relationship myself, but yeah. Talking about monogamy here. Put it this way, if you are in a love triangle, if someone tells you, I really can't decide between you and someone else, I'm gonna go, don't worry, I make that decision for you. It's not me. Goodbye, I've had enough, I'm out. So when characters get stuck in a love triangle, which I can admit happens, but they also do nothing to try and get out of it, it annoys the heck out of me. And as I mentioned earlier, it's often two impossibly hunky, attractive, amazing guys fighting over this fairly plain, average, self-centered girl. And to be quite honest, it's a bit of an asshole thing to do. The second trope that annoys the heck out of me is the instant love. Their eyes met and boom! Out of the air like a bomb dropped their love. Previous partners, dating, getting to know each other, be damned, they are a couple from that moment forwards. I am a firm believer In attraction at first sight, I am 100% sure that people could look at someone and go, I find you very attractive. In fact, I have done this. I have thought internally to myself, because I would never say that out loud, that I think someone is really attractive. Been there, done that. I am not in love with them at first sight, and I am very sceptical, having never experienced it, that that's actually a thing that happens, particularly in teenagers. Yes, attraction. Yes, a crush. I will go as far as a crush. But true, serious, real, earth-bending, heart-shattering love? No. The other problem with the instant love, other than the fact that it's completely unrealistic, is that it's really lazy and bad writing, which, as you guys know, is my biggest pet peeve of all time. Because with instant love, the writer hasn't had to put in any effort to build up the relationship to the point where they're in love. It's just sloppy. You spent no time building up their characters, building what they give to each other, what they get out of the relationship, how it changes them, why they're drawn together, who they are as a couple together, how that affects each other. You've done none of that groundwork, and that's boring. If your characters are professing undying, earth-ending, shattering love to each other after just a couple of dates, honestly, I will close the book. Why? Because one, if it is real love, then that's creepy and clingy and insecure, or two, it's not real love, in which case these characters don't know the meaning of it. The third thing that really irritates me when I'm reading about romantic relationship is stupid hookups or plot hookups. If I'm reading a novel and there is a stupid hookup, two characters get together that would absolutely in no way get together for no reason in the middle of your book, you've lost me for good. I'm in love with character A, and I have been for ages, but he's so closed off and gloomy, so I'm going to go and sleep with his best friend, character B, because... plot? Drama? The author's trying to keep us apart and potentially form a love triangle? If your character makes stupid decisions, or selfish decisions, and then comes up with these big crocodile tears begging for forgiveness, I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. Number 4 trope that irritates me. Number 4? It is 4? Anyway, it is male objectification. You will often get impossibly gorgeous guys introduced without their shirt on, and you will get a page and a half solely dedicated to describing their impressive abs and muscles and gloriously sweaty golden skin. Imagine for a minute this is how a woman was introduced, in a bikini. That would not be okay. In fact, everyone would cry out, oh my gosh, how sexist, how objectifying you are. Yet it's okay in reverse when we talk about men like that. I would like to point out that it is natural to see something attractive and be like, that's attractive, to recognise that as attractive. What we're not allowed to do is drool over the entire book and obsess on it for an entire page. The number 5 thing that irritates the heck out of me is the hottie falling for the insecure frump. Insecurity is not an attractive quality. Yet somehow it is like the most powerful ever aphrodisiac to these otherwise perfect, rich, smart, emotionally functioning Adonises. It's not realistic that these madly hot, uncommonly available and emotionally stable men are going to fall in love with train wrecks, and often at times in the most train wreck-like moment in the book. They see a woman in an embarrassing situation and start falling for her? Why? A lot of the time this guy will just have been dumped by an arse of a girlfriend, and this frump will show this outrageously perfect man the true meaning of love. 1, rebound. 2, the frump is now considered lucky to be in the relationship with this Adonis, which shouldn't be part of anyone's relationship. Number 3, hot guy is clearly settling, which is neither here nor there, just thought I would call it out. And number 4, oftentimes the previous girlfriend was such a raging bitch that you wonder how this otherwise completely perfect man missed it, and honestly, makes me think less of them. In this scenario, every single one of those characters annoys me, so why would I read that book when I'm not rooting for anyone? And the number 6 thing that irritates the heck out of me is minor sins that cause major drama. If you have drama in your book that can be solved by everyone sitting down and having a mature conversation, and yet nobody even thinks to sit down and actually have that conversation, that is going to annoy the heck out of me. If it's something minor like a missed phone call or a miscommunication, and this is going to lead to some earth-shattering plot mind-bending row, I'm just gonna feel frustrated because it's stupid. If one character told a tiny white lie, probably even for a good reason, and the other character can't get over it and now their trust is broken and it's a huge drama, I give up. Clearly, one or all of the people involved are not ready for a mature relationship and as such should stop having relationships until they are. If they are flying off the handle without giving their other half a chance to explain the tiny little bad thing that they did, then this person is going to be intensely emotionally unstable, and as a result, I'm going to find the relationship intensely irritating. Also, if the plot demands this miscommunication, but all the way up till now they've demonstrated good, healthy communication, and it suddenly vanishes because the plot demands it in this scenario, I'm going to really struggle, really struggle to continue to root for this couple, because it's just so unbelievable. Anyway, those are the things that irritate me most commonly when reading about romantic relationships. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, all those good things. Don't forget to check out my social media platforms. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you think I've missed anything out? Do you oppose? I love getting into book chatting conversations, and I'm always open to the idea that in some scenarios, yeah, I'm going to be wrong, because a lot of the time it's easy to put a sweeping statement over something, but when the scenario comes up and you understand the detail, exceptions can happen. So I'm totally aware of that, totally up for that. Let's get talking. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. So the final video in this little trio of a mini series is going to be next week, and that is why healthy relationships are sexy. I hope you guys will enjoy that video. I had a lot of fun writing the script for that one. I'll see you next week for another book chatter video. Have a positive and productive week, and I'll see you next week.